One of the biggest concerns that I encounter with my buyers is knowing and understanding the difference between co-ops and condos, because it can certainly be confusing, daunting. Why are condos so much higher? What's the difference? I'm going to break it down with ease for you. Condo is real property, just like if you were buying a house. Co-op, you're buying shares in a corporation. So that is 70% of New York City housing stock. The difference between co-ops and condos: co-ops are cheaper, condos are more expensive. Condos come with a deed and co-ops come with a stock certificate. You know, a lot of people misunderstand how long it takes to purchase a co-op as well as the financials. It doesn't take a month to close in New York City, ever, not even if it's a condo. Everything from the time a contract is signed, if you're financing, you have to do an appraisal, you have to do a board package. I mean, it could take anywhere between 3 and 4 months from the time you sign until closing. Basically, it really comes down to your finances, understanding the debt to income ratio, the liquidity, meaning that some co-ops require that you have 2 years of mortgage and maintenance in the bank, in liquid assets. Just really explaining this process, really just to make it easier for a lot of buyers. The most common question actually is about the sublet policy. That is the number one question. Can I rent out my apartment, and how long can I rent it out for? Because many co-ops, they have rules where you have to live for 2, you could sublet for 3 out of 5. And, a lot of people don't like having those strict rules. So it is important, because you do have to future pace yourself to find out maybe how long you might live in the apartment for. So if you're an investor and you're thinking about buying in New York City, you really want to think about buying a condo, because if you're going to rent out your apartment, you're going to want to know that you can rent it out with ease and that there won't be any issues or any restrictions. And you might want to know also what the cap rate might be. The cap rate basically is your net income and your net operating costs and what you can get on rent in New York City. With condo owners, it's always like, how much is my apartment worth? I mean, everybody wants to know whether they're selling it or not. They want to know if their apartment has appreciated, what's the value. Something that is highly misunderstood by a lot of condo co-op owners is that a lot of owners go online and they see a Zestimate and they think that Zestimate is the actual value for their apartment. For example, they go online for this apartment at 10 West 66, they might say it's worth $2 million. We have it listed for $2,395. That value is not accurate. So it's important that we take into consideration the location, the views, the balcony, the condition of the apartment. All of this information needs to be factored into the value of the apartment. Some of the most important things that so many of my clients tell me is that they need to be near shopping, whether it be grocery shopping, whether it be near clothing shopping, or restaurants and transportation. If they're not close to within like a block, 2 blocks of the train, then it's a deal breaker and they won't move forward with the apartment. The pets are their family and it's essentially a deal breaker. They can't enjoy the public outdoor spaces in the building with them. They won't buy an apartment. So Lincoln Center is like right there. The Lincoln Center is where the Philharmonic is. There's lots of concerts, lots of performances. In the summer, sometimes they have dancing and summer stage, so that's enjoyable, and it's free. Central Park, which is right behind me, is larger than the entire country of Monaco. Central Park stretches from 59th Street all the way up to 111th Street. Imagine that square footage of that area. That's pretty large. Did you know that Central Park is the first landscape public park in the entire United States? And about 42 million people visit Central Park every single year. And this makes it one of the most visited parks in the entire world. If you have any questions about buying or selling in New York, or you would like to have this view behind me, please feel free to call me, text me, or email me with the information below.